Sodor may have many beautiful places, but there is one place that the engines avoid: the smelters. The air seems to grow cold as the sound of snorting machines swirled all around. Worst of all, Lineside was littered with rows of rusted cars, trucks, and engines. The smelters was run by two menacing diesels, Arry and Bert. They take a great pleasure in their work and never miss a chance to taunt the engines. "Don't get too close to the cutter's torch," they would sneer. "They might just cut you up on sight." The engine's new stubborn hat would never scrap them. But all the same, Arry and Bert's teasing put children to the boil. One cold night, the diesels were idling outside of the smelter's shed. They had finished their work and were ready to retire to their shed. A low mist hung over the yard, and the echoes of smelting machines danced in the air. "Another goods day walk behind us, eh?" rumbled Arry. "Couldn't be better," oozed Bert. The conversation was interrupted by an unfamiliar horn. Through the mist, a long, slender diesel slunk into the yard. A line of trucks groaned behind him. "Hello," greeted Arry. "What can we do for you?" "Evening," grunted the diesel. "Special delivery for you." He motioned to the flatbed behind him. Arry and Bert could make out a shape of a rusted old steam engine. Its cab and bunker has been deteriorated so much they could see its controls and firebox. Well, smirked Arry. "This is my kind of surprise." "They were cleaning out an old mine on the mainland," replied a diesel, "and found this old rectangle in weeds. Must have been forgotten when the mine closed. Scrapyards on the other railway are at capacity," he finished, "so I was told to bring on my goods delivery tonight." "Well, thank you very much," chuckled Arry. "I'll show you to the fuel pump, but move that old rust bucket to the shed." Bert didn't like to be bossed around, but he complied as Arry and the diesel rolled away. He grumbled as he dragged the heavy flatbed into the glow of the smeltering shed. "Stupid Arry," growled. "He could have brought this rubbish in here." As he rolled along, the old engine creaked and groaned. It almost sounded like laughter. Bert pulled into his place, then rolled alongside. "Who's got the Last Sloth now?" he sneered. "Useless old kettle." "Is that what you think of me?" Bert ground to a halt. For the first time, he saw the front of the old engine. His face was smudged and dirty, and his eyes were weary. "I am far from useless," he wheezed. "Ha!" snorted Bert. "Another steamy in denial. Diesels are the way forward. There's no need for you now." "And what happens when you get outdated?" Bert scoffed. "Never gonna happen." "I used to be just like you," sighed the engine. "I was delivered to the old mines with everyone telling me how powerful I was. They had an ancient engine before me. On his last wheels I came. I laughed at him when I arrived." "Not on your prime anymore, eh, old timer?" "You wouldn't have work if it hadn't been for me," he coughed. "This mine was built on my own steam. And now you have no more left to give. Stand aside and let the new engines take charge." The engine sighed. "Look at me now. I was invincible. Until the diesels came, I got a taste of my own medicine." He stared coldly at Bert. You are Martin. But for how long? What will happen to you and your Prijatelji when more efficient engine is built? That will never happen, Bert spluttered. Deny it all you want, replied the engine, but I stand before you as proof. Time will go on, and you will be replaced. Bert was silent. The words sent chills through his frame. Perhaps you show more kindness towards engine in the end. We've done our fair share of work. We just want to go in peace without your mocking and sneering. You wouldn't like it if somebody did that to you to your end. Now go! I like to revel in some of the peace I'm deserving of. Bert said nothing. He was deeply affected by the engine's words, but didn't want to show it. He continued to sneer as he rolled out of the smelter shed. Arry was waiting for him. The big diesel had gone with his goods train, and the fog was beginning to lift. Where have you been? Growled Arry. And who are you talking in there? Stupid old steamer, barked Bert. Try to tell me we'll be outdated one day. Arry stared blankly. Oh, did you talk with it? What do you mean? It has a face? Bert cut his responding short as he looked back. As the doors of the smelter shed began to close, he saw no face on the engine, only a rusted smoke box door. Bert was left in disbelief. The shed doors shut with an unsettling thud. All that exhaust has got to you, Arry crackled. Shut up, snapped Bert. He rolled off to their shed without another word. Bert is a different engine now. While still menacing, he no longer taunts the steam engines with threats of scrap. He is silent whenever he goes into the smelter shed, for he is thinking of the spectral old engine. I think its words will follow Bert for a very long time. Don't you?